The Toltecs were an empire that rose in 750 AD, and they were located in central Mexico. Their capital city was Tula. There was very little information about the Toltecs, but what we do know about them, we know that the Aztecs got a lot of their culture and government from the Toltecs itself. So we pretty much got a lot of our information off of the Aztecs, and so do researchers.
Okay. So the Toltecs used a militaristic aristocracy system, meaning that there were classes separated on how rich or poor you were, or on their class. Like military leaders and religious leaders were at the top of the class, when merchants and traders made up middle class, and peasants made up lower class. So the Toltecs' main god was Quetzalcoatl, and he was said to be a feathered serpent. And the Toltecs appeased their gods through human sacrifice, and to do that, they cut the heart out of the person while he was still alive, out of the sacrifice. Another god was Tezcatlipoca. He is the smoking mirror, or the god of the nocturnal sky, and he, along with Quetzalcoatl, along with their mythology, created the earth. Okay, and this is the Avenue of the Dead. The yellow is the road, and it's a road that separated the city in half. All of the red squares are temple platforms. This is the moon pyramid up here, and this is the sun pyramid. And it was called the Avenue of the Dead because this is where they would do all their sacrifices, and afterwards they would cut the head off of the sacrificee, and the head would roll down the steps of the pyramid into the street.
That'll hurt.
And yeah, go.
This is where the Toltecs' territory was. This is the right here in the green, and the Aztecs were the yellow, and the Mayans were the tannish over here. And as you can see, the Toltecs were located in the middle, and yes.
To find our wonder, we must follow in the footsteps of the Toltecs. In 750 AD, they built strange monuments at their new capital, Tolantula, in central Mexico. Just a few ruins of this once great city survive. But these include 4 mighty warriors. These great statues were only discovered in the 1940s, buried in a trench. They date from about 900 AD, and they're thought to have originally been columns supporting a temple. They seem to be warriors or guardian spirits. Warriors because of their feathered headdresses. And they seem to be holding weapons. At the base of the pyramid, there are sinister carvings, skulls, rattlesnakes devouring human beings. Jaguars, ferocious heads, and also evidence of colour, blood red. This was probably once all brightly coloured. But what did it all mean? All 4 of the great giants would also seem to have once been brightly coloured. The mysterious statues give a hint of just how splendid the city of Tolantula must have been. Later, the Aztec people told of incredible Toltec treasures, but these have long since disappeared. As did the mighty Toltec Empire itself, which vanished rather mysteriously in the late 12th century, leaving only the great statues behind to preserve the secrets of this hidden empire.
Okay.
So here's our quiz. The first question is, the government that separated people into classes that the Toltecs had was A, democracy, B, monarchy, or C, militaristic autocracy. Correct. 2, the Toltecs' capital city was A, Tula, B, Cusco, C, Mexico City.
Okay, the Toltecs culture greatly influenced the blank culture who occupied the area afterwards. A, Aztec, B, Mayans, or C, Europeans.
Aztec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the beliefs for the Toltecs? Power and dominance, science and spirit were controlled by the same force, or C, nothing, they were scientists. A?
Is that your final answer? I'm clocking in.
Yes, final answer.
The black-feathered sun was the Toltecs' place of A, creation, B, sacrifice, or C, birth.
B sacrifice.
Was it?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Final answer.
Okay. 6. The Toltec Empire's greatest ruler that was also a religious leader was A, C, Tombleson, or B, Caravan Jonah, C, Saratana Hill.
But it got B.
I think it's A.
It's A.
It's A.
The Toltecs' main god was A, Zeus, B, Quetzalcoatl, or C, Allah.
C.
Okay, what was the avenue of the dead?
Whoa.
In what
That's
boundary?
where the-
What
It's
one?
going on Sam.
It's where they sacrifice the people and they cut their heads off and then they let it roll down into the street.
Down the
Down
stairs.
the steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh.
Yay.
So 4 was B. So, is that correct?
Should have put.
Oh, what? Science.
That's why I asked, is that your final answer?
Should change. I told you it was.
Okay. Now, of course,
Press it.
we're going to fix